So have you guys ever seen one of those guys driving around one of those big kind of monster pickup trucks? So what do you think about when you see that? In fact, what is the cliche to say that that guy has if he's driving that big truck? And it's the idea of compensation. How can you basically be physically strong, but mentally and emotionally weak? And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. If you guys are just joining me for the first time, I'm John from Bulldog Mindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to transform your life, how to go from a lazy, fat, all-around broke loser like I used to be and become someone who I would call having the Bulldog mindset, someone who takes life by the horns and who is able to achieve what they want in life, how to be the man that you're capable of. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you click the subscribe button and join us here. So let's talk a little bit about this subject, right? I got a question here. I'm going to read you the question. He says, I have been watching your channel for over a year now, and my mindset has dramatically changed from then. I was just amazed at some of your videos, especially about attracting women, since I was a typical nice guy, and they described in detail what happened to me. Got walked on all over by a girl. Since then, I have started watching your videos and my mindset improved. However, I am still struggling with social anxiety, especially when talking to women, and being emotionally weak, which is what I wanted to ask you. Since I'm physically pretty strong, how can I be so emotionally weak? I fear being rejected by people and ending up alone, so my anxiety sometimes takes me over and paralyzes me. However, I have watched your video on why you're always going to be alone. By the way, guys, go watch that video if you haven't. Just open up in a new browser window. You can get it in the cards here. That's what I'm pointing to when I'm pointing up here or in the description below. And he says, and I'm trying to embrace that concept and make peace with it. I also studied Stoic philosophy, and they enforce the same idea. So I just want to ask, how is it possible for one to be physically strong, but mentally and emotionally not so much? And how can you build emotional toughness and stop being so sensitive? All right, so there's a few things I'm going to cover here, and we're just going to go over each one of these. So the first one is expectations. Okay, this is key. One of the biggest secrets I found in life was to stop putting expectations on people and stop allowing them to put expectations on me. I've talked about this quite a few times, so I'm not going to go too into depth here. But one of the reasons why we are weak emotionally as men is because we have expectations on people. And when they let us down, it hurts us, and we feel that pain, and we feel that hurt, and we think, oh, woe is me, and we feel sorry for ourselves. And so we're not very resilient, right? If whatever someone else does that doesn't line up with your expectations, if that can take you down, you're not going to be very strong. You're not going to be very mentally strong. You're not going to be very emotionally strong. You're going to get taken down a lot because people all the time will violate your expectations. I expect that the most loyal friend I have could stab me in the back. But really, in order to build that emotional toughness, you need to drop the expectations that you have. Okay? Along with that goes right along with that, is the idea of practicing acceptance. Okay, this is key. One of the ways that I've been able to build up my strength, okay, emotionally and mentally, is accepting things as soon as they happen. While some people that would happen, it would be devastating. They would just be emotionally a wreck. They wouldn't be able to work. They wouldn't be able to communicate with people. They would just be in bed depressed all day. I just continued just like nothing happened and just went on with my daily life and business, okay? Because I accepted it and move on. You go up to a girl. The girl doesn't like you. She rejects you. Fuck it. No, I don't care. All right, move on to the next one. You just accept it. It's okay. And when I say accept it, it doesn't mean just to acknowledge what is true, but to be good with it. Have it be good in your soul. It is supposed to be this way. And I don't fight it because it is exactly how it should have gone. Because the universe is an ordered universe in the sense that we have natural laws, okay? And those define how bodies work in the physical environment, the physics of it. We have emotional laws. We have spiritual laws. We have all of these things that define the way that things work, and they work perfectly. They do. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. And so if something goes wrong, it's not wrong. It's right, actually. And so once you accept that and realize that, a lot of shit's going to bounce off of you because you're like, oh, fuck it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Now, if you want to watch a video on emotional mastery, how to gain that, I have a whole video where I go through a 3-step process, the 3 levels of emotional mastery. I've never heard of anyone else talking about this, but it's critical. It's something I discovered. It's something that I teach. You can click the link below. Just open up in a new window. Watch it after this. All right, next one. This one is bring pain upon yourself. I've talked about this a lot in the past, But if you want to build mental and emotional toughness, purposely bring pain on yourself, okay? I'll just give you an example right now. I'm training for an ultra marathon for a 50-mile race. I'm 230 pounds. I'm not really supposed to run 50 miles, okay? I'm not even supposed to run 10 miles, all right? I'm supposed to sprint like 100 meters. But I'm doing it. I'm bringing the pain upon myself, and believe me, it's a lot of pain. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort and dedication. And when you're running even a marathon, it's pain. But I'm bringing it upon myself, okay? I bring on a lot of pain upon myself. When I was doing fasting, I would fast, okay? I would do all these things purposely to make myself mentally stronger. You have to do that if you want to grow. Same thing emotionally. Bring some emotional pain upon yourself. Just face the raw reality of the situation. Go up there and face rejection. Bring the pain upon yourself. You have social anxiety, you're afraid to talk to girls, you're afraid of rejection. Go into it like a moth into the fucking flame and dive right in and say, look, I want some pain, bitch.
Give me some pain.
And then go up and get your pain, because you got to face it. All right, so that's what you have to do. If you're not facing your pain, you're hiding from it. You're not going to be emotionally strong. You're not going to be mentally strong. Fuck that. All right. By the way, if you want to see where you are right now, take the Bulldog quiz. There's a Bulldog quiz right here. I will give you a score from 1 to 100, and it will tell you if you're a fucking Bulldog or not. So go click that. Click the link in the description below. A couple more things here. One of them is stop believing things should be fair. Life is not fair. It's never been fair. There's nowhere you can go where life is fair. So why do you think that it should be fair? If you believe that life needs to be fair, you're always going to be a whining bitch. You're going to be whining about stuff. You're going to have the victim mindset. You're going to be mentally and emotionally weak. I don't give a fuck. Good, you're disadvantaged. Life isn't fair. So what? It doesn't excuse you from going out there and talking to girls and going and getting what you want. Okay? Next one. Stop looking for external validation. The reason why that you are having problems with being emotionally strong is because you're seeking validation. You care what other people think. You care whether a girl rejects you. You care whether other people think you're good enough. When I'm making a video like this, honestly, like when I'm talking, I don't really give a fuck if you like what I'm saying or you think that it's good or not. The reason why I'm saying this is because that's the key. It doesn't matter. Okay? What matters is, did I think I did a good job? I have some video that has hardly any views that I like. That's my video that I know I did a good job on and that I'm proud of, and that's my message that I want. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck if 1.4 million people viewed it, or if 10 people viewed it, or if only I made it and that's all that happened to it. So when you're seeking external validation, it makes you weak. Why? Because your happiness and your value rests on someone else's actions, and you can't trust us. It's the same thing like putting expectations on people. All right, last, know what it is to be a man. All right, and I'll just sum this up. 1, never put your gloves down. Life is like this. You just have to be like this the whole time. If you know you have to be like this the whole time, you're going to stop looking for some rest or some respite, and you're going to stop being emotionally weak. And also, there's no shoulder to cry on, okay? You're a man. And when you get that in your head, that will help you. Like, understanding this concept, these concepts of what it is to be a man will help you to not be weak. It'll help you to, because it'll become your identity. You must take risk as a man. You must go out there and take a fucking risk, okay? That's what it is to be a man. So that is part of your identity. You must face challenges. You must face all the challenges. Okay? You must go and do that. You must take ownership, responsibility for your life. Whatever happens, it's yours. Okay? You must lead. That means not just doing it. You need to actually be the one leading, showing other men how to do what they need to do. And finally, the last thing, as a man, you must face it. And when you recognize and acknowledge that, you'll stop being emotionally weak. You'll stop being mentally weak. Because you'll know this is your role. This is what you're destined to do. You are supposed to go out there and face it, to take the risk, to never put the gloves down, to not have the shoulder to cry on, to be the man, to be the strong one all the time. That is what it is. And when you understand that as your identity, the weakness will start to leave you.